gonna tell ya how I came into the world. Thelma is fortified with wild turkey and an episode each of Magnum PI and Beretta and is ready to tell the world how I done come into it. Now, 'tweren't nowhere near as exciting as Louise's. And boy howdy, what a surprise it came to me to know my mama Hazel done been having a hand in Louise's upbringing. They both can keep themselves some secrets. See here, I was thinking for over the last 2 decades that the first Louise ever did know about this neck of the woods was when we met. Louise, God bless her pole dancing heart, has a way with words, so I'm gonna use 'em again to tell our first meeting. Louise wrote over on our other page about our first meeting. In fact, Vegas is where we became fast friends. Thelma was there with her church group trying to exorcise Satan out of Sin City, and I was trying to exorcise myself out of her preacher man's bed. We sorta saved each other when Thelma walked into the room. Hoo boy, and a pile o' Gideon Bibles. What a time we had. Yes sir, we sure did. We have been the closest of friends since. Well, now, I reckon soon as Mama Hazel gets back from her latest gambling grip with Louise, she's gonna read up on how we first met, and Louise is gonna feel the cold metal of that walker for what Lois was doing with that preacher of ours, had him singing hallelujah in a high falsetto, if ya ken me. It was something to hear, is what I'm saying. Anywho, Louise came into the world speeding down the road, and she ain't never slowed down yet. Can't say my comin' into the world was quite so high speed, no that I got any kin that done hard time. Ain't no way surprised to hear that Mama Hazel was attending to Louise as a child and makin' sure she was given some guidance. Can't see it done much good, though, in keeping Louise on the straight and narrow. Once I found me my Louise and went on off to the crooked and parched path, I can't single quote say I blame her at all. Louise has fun folks. She is full of joy, gots her a big boomin' laugh to go with her bodacious bosom. She is full on out a hell of a lot of fun to be with. Can't ask for a better friend. Thelma's introduction to the world happened a few years before Louise's, although 'tain't nobody's business just how many years I done been on this here earth. It is enough for ya to know my fine mama is 90 and Louise is less than that, and I'm in the middle. All ya need to know. My daddy, bless him, weren't the staying kind. He had a bit of wanderlust and a mighty big love of the wilderness. He'd take Mama Hazel on his trips, for sure, until I came along. Ain't no fun to have a bellowin' infant in the wilderness when you're on the hunt, so Mama Hazel ended up choosing to stay in one place while my daddy, bless him, continued his wandering through the wilderness, trappin' and huntin' whatever came before his weapons. He'd show up every now and then with the bounty of his hunts, and once I was older, Mama Hazel was known to venture into the wilderness after him for some fine visitin' time. Been 30 years since my daddy, bless him, last came out of the wilderness. It ought not come as any surprise, then, to hear that Thelma was conceived on one of them wilderness journeys and then popped right out 9 months later on another. Why, Mama Hazel had her 12 gauge in one hand and her other hand on my dear daddy's throat as she pushed me into the world, the 3 of us a-hollerin', one of us, I reckon, knowing my mama, in some serious measure of fear. Mama Hazel, a 12 gauge and some serious pain of childbirth is a mighty frightening combination. Between me and Mama Hazel, my dear daddy surely needed the wilderness time. Mama Hazel is who taught me to babble dumbasses as a pastime. She might look all innocent without her teeth and with her walker, but don't let that toothless smile fool ya. It just means Mama has L's planning on how she's gonna smack ya before you are even wise to it.